Hey guys, and welcome back to Mojo Homestead. Today, I'm just working on a really small project. It's actually kind of in the evening after work, and we are needing to get up a more permanent solution for the little goats, baking soda and minerals. These are important. We covered it in other video, but they basically are a way for the goats to self-medicate, if you will. The baking soda just helps with bloat, so they need access to that in case they do start to get bloated. And the minerals are just to make sure they have a balanced diet. Most of those things they'll pick up in leaves and dirt and stuff like that, but you always just want to make sure they have free choice of that. So today I'm putting up a mineral feeder. So this is nothing sophisticated or high tech. We just get this right here, and it's sectioned off. And what I'm going to do is just drill it to the outside of our kind of pallet shelter that we have. The baby goats can stick their heads through and be able to get to it. So one thing that I didn't really realize when we got into homesteading is how many projects there really are. There always seems to be something, and it's not really like honey-do list. For us, a lot of it is we're just constantly looking for ways that we can improve what we have already done. And so when we figure out like, okay, this is working, this isn't working, then it usually gets back on the project list to make it better. We also are always looking for ways to make it look better, because that is just as important to us as functionality. Some of the projects that we've talked about that, are kind of on the upcoming list, if you will, are fixing this hay feeder behind us. That one was really just kind of a trial run, temporary, for the first bale of hay. We wanted to see how it worked. It worked pretty good, but we do need to make it a little bit more permanent because it is temporary right now. Need to get a better roof over it to keep it dry. And some other things that we've talked about are adding to the cold frames. So that will probably be done sometime coming up, maybe more into the fall. We've talked about, fixing a rabbit cage just so that we can have a bigger place for our male rabbit. Right now he's in a store-bought one, and, it's not tiny, but he's our more active out of the two. We do need to move him to one that gives him a little bit more room to run around, so he's not just always running in circles like all day long like he does. And then, there's some other things. There's always garden projects. Tomatoes, we need to rip those out. Ours are done for the year. We need to go ahead and replace those with some of our fall crops. My dogs are like running for something. Oh, I think somebody's coming. I hope that's not my wife and kids, because I got to make supper. And then there's just always those fun projects, like the one we did the other week for my daughter. And, for me, I enjoy projects. So some of it is just looking for ways that we can improve, and just to honestly give me something to do when there isn't anything. But like I said, there's usually something that needs attention or improving or anything like that. So all I'm doing is just screwing this thing in. Again, nothing too exciting. Oh, hey buddy. Hey Chuck. All the animals have decided to join me. Curious as to what I'm doing. So that should work for their minerals and for the baking soda. So they'll stick their head through here once they figure out, that it's in here, kind of like the cow's doing. And they will be able to access it whenever they need to, whenever they want to. The other reason we wanted to set it up on the outside is, oh, buddy, I'm sorry, I just poked you in the eye. It's just so that the cow can't have full access to it. It's not that it would hurt him, but goat minerals and cow minerals do have different things in them. He's got his own mineral block that's up higher than the goats can reach, so that's for him. And the goats could, if the cow really wanted to, he could probably stick his tongue through there and get to it, which will be good for the baking soda if he ever needs that. But that's not as big of a thing for the cows, from what we understand. So these guys are happy. I'm gonna leave them alone. I gotta get inside and start supper so that when the girls and my wife get home from dance, we will be ready to eat. So thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you are having a great week and continue to have a great week. Be blessed.